Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Forgecraft Evolved. I'm Max Evolved, and before we get started, do me a quick favor, scroll down just a little bit, click that subscribe button. It's totally free, helps me out a lot, helps me get to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. So with that out of the way, we got a lot to get into, so let's hop right into this video. So last time we went over, some of the mods I'm using and kind of the general strategy, but I've been doing a little bit in between episodes, so let me just kind of recap some of the stuff I've been doing. I set up this construction pace grinder because I realized, I'm going to need to start making some of those, the fancy blocks, all these guys down here in the hotbar. So got this guy going right here. It's pretty simple. You just literally throw in, whatever, and it just starts making construction pace. So eventually, if you guys watched season 1, you saw that I had kind of like a setup going with coal and a bunch of these, and we had hundreds of thousands of construction pace. So we'll probably do something similar in this season because you need it for everything, and the constructed blocks, you actually run faster while you're on them, so that's always a plus. A couple other things. Let me see here. So I got a servo maker over here because we're gonna start needing servo motors. So this guy's going. I've upgraded a lot of these hoppers to 100 slot. We're still obviously hand feeding. We don't have the mass production setup going yet, but that's kind of the goal longer term, right? I got to kind of a stopping point with our research. If you look, we're kind of, we need stuff. Well, I mean, we could do this one. Spiderbot I'm not too concerned with, but a lot of this stuff, oh, actually, I guess we could do cryogenics research. What does that give us? And those of you that know this game will notice something about this. So I actually went ahead and managed to get down into the cold caverns, scan a block down there that unlocks some recipe stuff. More specifically, I got this suit heater, so we can go down into the cold caverns. I scanned crystal deposits down there, so we got all that stuff scanned. That's kind of where that, I guess I'm going to have to go cryogenics research soon, but most of the other stuff you'll see takes some kind of tier 2 material to research. So we're kind of waiting on that for now, but I did throw a bunch more generators on the lab over here, so we are sitting nice on power there. It seems to hold up. Now it's just a matter of getting the pods mass produced, right? And over here I actually have a rack railer set up, so that's a nice little segue into some of the other stuff we're doing. So let me go on and take you over there. So some of you will remember that we had these large deposits of materials down here, and I didn't, I thought initially maybe I'll just kind of let them, you see that copper and tin and all this tin over here. I thought maybe initially I would just let them kind of get quarried up eventually, but I didn't like that idea. I don't want the quarry super close, so I made this platform here. And the general gist of this platform is, I could just use just regular conveyor belts and stuff, but I think I'm going to actually use some lifts. So I made this platform. We're down shallow enough that we don't have to worry about Minox or anything, and it'll be pretty easy to get like a power setup going down here. So got this platform. We'll have, we'll have power kind of come in, split, go to a couple miners, and offload into some hoppers that will eventually upgrade them to 5,000 slot, or not 5,000. Well, I mean, maybe 5,000 slot, but 500 slot hoppers for the lifts. And then if we just kind of go up here, this way is probably fine. I kind of show you. I made the landing or the platform for them right here. So the lifts will come up in this general direction, and I'm going to use these to kind of build my, well, I guess I could just do it now, right? I've got cargo lift controllers, right? So these are 3x3 structures, right? We just kind of do this number. There's one. And there's two. So the plan is, in fact, I'm going to actually do this, right? So the plan is, and I'm using this truss because it looks very industrial to me. We've got like this metal kind of truss assembly that's kind of supporting us over the large pit down there that you can kind of see through and see down into. So I just thought it was kind of cool. But the lifts will come up and they'll hit a series of hoppers here to offload, right? And then what's going to happen from here is actually a nice other little segue to kind of illustrate, what the plan is kind of longer term, right? So this right now we're on we're at -10 depth, and that's going to kind of be the base level, I think, for all of the smelting, all of the logistics, stuff like that, right? So the plan is everything will kind of come out this way, and I may have to clear out some of this area just to kind of make it easier, but you can kind of get a hint over here. So I actually uncovered this tin deposit right here, and if we take a look at it, I think it's pretty massive. Okay, 240. So not very big, actually. I thought it was bigger, but what's happening is I've got, a double extractor setup, and they're both using enhanced true motor. So I think they're both outputting at over, yeah, so about 120 per minute, which is fine for now. I'm not super concerned with maximizing this belt, but there is a belt that runs all the way over here. And I think this down here is actually a massive tin deposit. I think this one might be a couple million. Yeah, 9.3 million. So that's like a full game deposit right there. But anyway, the whole point is we've got kind of a logistics network here. I'll have stuff kind of come over, and then this pathway goes all the way through the mountain here, right? So you can see from the path, we have our little coal set up there, our iron smelting up there. It's coming out from over here. All that, right? Slowly but surely, we're getting our iron. And then it'll all kind of go back this way. You see we follow the path. And for now, it just kind of comes out into this general area. And then it's making about a left turn. What is unknown? This? Oh, I guess I'll get some free rock scanning, huh? There's some over there too. Anything? No? Oh, I guess that counted as rock, right? So I'll end up clearing all this, but the thought process is like somewhere in this general area will make kind of like the I guess where all the inputs are going to come together, and then they're just going to head over this way for the most part, and they'll emerge from the other side of the mountain and go into our smelting setup. So this is obviously just like a super basic setup. I literally just have one of these basic ore smelters purely just to start smelting some of this tin. We're actually getting power from a coal deposit that I have right in here. But what I also did for this coal deposit is I threw on an enricher setup. So it's kind of a self-contained system. The coal outputs to here. It then goes through the conveyor belt into the enricher. The enriched coal goes right there, which then powers the pyrothermic, which fills the battery, which the laser energy transmitter can draw off of. So I think this one's capped at 10 power per second. It doesn't seem like we're needing more than that for the time being, but this is where I'm going to start the mass smelting array, right? I've started clearing it out, as you can see. That's kind of the upper level from where I want to go. I don't really want to get higher than that. So I'm undecided if I want to. I think that's like 10 blocks, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 9 blocks. So that's a 10 block, right? So I'm undecided if I want to go full 9 blocks high, if I actually need to, or if I want to go 6. It kind of depends on how we're going to end up laying it out. So we'll kind of make those decisions as it's necessary. But something that I really want to do, right? So that's kind of that's a nice little illustration of the future plan, right? What we've been working on, what we're working towards. But something that's actively happening right now is that we are getting bottlenecked, right? And we are getting bottlenecked. Let me see. Let me throw some of these in here. We gotta keep up our stuff while we're talking and working, right? Let's grab all this stuff. But a couple other discoveries I've made, right? So we need to upgrade our whole power infrastructure, right? You see, I've done some, right? I've got a Mark 1 laser energy transmitter here, but I still got some basic guys over here. I got a lot of basic laser energy transmitters around everywhere. So you might think, well, we need to make laser energy transmitters like easy. So if we look at this recipe, right? Now this is the base recipe. A charged lithium coil, 5 iron gears, 2 tin plates. You think, oh, okay, that's not too bad. This kind of sucks. This is 5 lithium bars just to make this. 5 lithium bars and power to make charged lithium coils. But I also discovered, so 5 lithium, 5 iron bars, and then 2 tin bars. But if you go to the self-craft menu, and we look at this guy, here we see 2 lithium bars, 1 iron gear, and 2 basic laser energy transmitters, which if we look at what those cost, so 8 and 8. So 8 tin, 8 copper, 2 lithium, 1 iron. To me, that uses a lot more of something I have in abundance, which is copper and tin, and something I can scale up much more, which is copper and tin. So I think my plan is literally just to craft a lot of the laser energy transmitters with this recipe right here, right? So, I mean, I can kind of just do this in mass until I kind of run out, right? Just like that. And then as I'm picking stuff up and replacing this stuff with these, right? So I could just kind of do this number just like that. And, you know, now I can make another one, right? So that's going to be my short-term goal. Now I got 26 of these laser energy transmitters, right? And that's huge because not only do these, well, really, they just give you more capacity, right? And capacity is what we need to really power up some of our systems so we can kind of scale them, you know? But like I said kind of at the beginning when I was talking about the research, we are kind of bottlenecked by our tier 2 metals, right? So if we look here, I've got some, obviously. I haven't been mining them. It's just they're the results of what's coming out of this macerator over here, right? So as I'm grinding stuff is macerating and it's giving me some of these ores, which has allowed me to make some of these pings. So what I want to do is something actually very similar to what I've done with the lithium, which is kind of just make a little self-contained couple miners. In fact, maybe I'll kind of gear up for that. I think, yeah, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll go down and actually find some of the tier 2 ores, right? Well, I can make 2 of these. Let's see. So I've got batteries, output, extractors, and that's really it, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down into the cold cavern area, and I'm going to look for some tier 2 ores, right? And then I'll bring you guys along with me, and hopefully I can set up something, like I said, very similar to the lithium, where it's just a little self-contained thing. I'll shoot power down to it, and then actually, you know what? I may actually have. I think I've unlocked teleporters. I'm gonna check on those real quick because it'd be really nice to have a teleporter set up. I probably can't make it. Oh geez, I don't even know where this would be. Okay. So this might be kind of one of the first things I do because I need to unlock, I think metal alloys gives me foil crafters, titanium housing crafters, second, you know, all the stuff I'm going to need. Some of these blocks, because one thing that I really need to kind of get everything going is this Mark II auto excavator. As you can see, gold foil is the block there and advanced machine blocks, right? So I need to get some kind of quick source of tier 2 ores without going through the whole process of actually automating and shipping it up and smelting it all. Because as you can see, we're not anywhere close to being fully set up to do all that smelting. So long story short, I'm going to head down there and then I'll bring you guys along and we'll kind of figure out where everything is. All right, so this is kind of my general path down there. So we are, our lithium setup is right down in there. Right up in there is where our iron is. So I generally kind of just go down this way. This has been the path I've been exploring. You can see I've got obviously some lights here and there to kind of help guide me. I like to put some stuff down. So I kind of always have a lit path showing me where to go. So if we kind of get down here, you can see this is where how I scanned the cold cavern, because that's all cold cavern stuff right there, and I was able to just get it. But we need to get deeper, right? So I've got the suit heater, which will make it so that, I mean, I can't help myself from breaking my legs, but it'll make it so that we don't lose power for the cold. But we are still going to need to find, you can see I've got some torches here, so we kind of know how to get out. And I like to keep the torches, like I said, in the path of where I'm going so that it's very easy to find my way back, right? So, what do we got down here? Okay. Let's see. What's going on here? All right. Nice little chasm. Okay. No worries. All right. So now I'm wondering. No, we're getting attacked. I'm wondering if I should ping. What do we got over here? Oh, that looks like a way down. Oh, that's our ticket right there. Okay. It looks like I've been down this way. Alright. So, what do we got over here? This is like the biggest. Oh, we got... let me kind of... Can't even see the roof up here. What do we got? What do we got? Tons of iron, right? How much iron's here? Oh, not bad. Okay, so where are we in relation to our base? Okay, so there's the lithium right there. So, okay, we are... Let me think. Oh, we are actually out in the direction where we would be doing our quarries in the future. So that's kind of nice. We got lithium here. Oh, tin. Okay. Copper. Oh. Looks like my CPH died while I'm down here. We are smelting quite a bit, and we are doing a lot of research, so it might be worth upgrading our... Oh, we're not going to get any light until our CPH reboots, but that kind of sucks. Okay, so I think this is gold right here. How big is this? 19 million gold. Holy. Okay. So, there's our gold deposit. Now, it'd be awesome if we also had... I'm going to put light... I know they're not going to shine for now, but when our CPH reboots, we'll have plenty of light, right? Okay. So let's go, and we need to find titanium. All straight down. Ugh, that sucks. But what can you do, right? All right, let me try. Well, okay, so we know titanium straight down. What about nickel? Just literally nothing. All right, let me dig down this titanium and let's check out how big of a vein we got down here. All right, so we finally got our way to this titanium, and we've got another 9.5 million. So that's looking like plenty of titanium, plenty of gold. So now it's just a matter of finding nickel, and I don't know. I don't see any nickel anywhere close. So I'm going to kind of scout around. And again, we had to kind of really like excavate ourselves out of a hole here. Just tons of sand. You can see how far down it goes. So I kind of just dug a little offshoot path over here to try to get around it. And it was kind of a matter of, I'm still digging, but I'm fortifying the walls with this bedrock before I was able to get there. So I'm going to look for some of this nickel, and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright, so as I'm digging down, trying to find some of this nickel, we found our way into a little cavern here. So I'm just going to kind of go across there, take a little look-see, grab this crystal because it is so loud. We definitely want to mark where we came from. And what we got? That's a pretty deep little cavern, right? What do we got over here? Is it just kind of... Alright, so I think we have nickel... Yeah, right there. So I think I'm just going to literally kind of cut a hole into this. Let's see what we got. What is that? Copper. That's fine. That's fine. Let's just come over here. Let's throw some lights in. That crystal is being so loud. I'm sure there's a mod to turn that off too. I might have to look into it. We'll just throw that there. Maybe we'll offset the path a little, get a little breathing room. But I'm pretty sure there's some nickel in here somewhere. I know we saw it. Unless I'm crazy. I could be crazy. It was just lighting up the copper? Are you serious? Okay. Well, I'm going to make a couple more nickel pings.
Crafting.
What do we got? What do we got? Oh, nickel's still below me. So I'm going over here for no reason. Well, what's that over there? Let's go that way. Into the void, I guess. Okay, so we have that marked. Just gotta make sure we don't lose sight of our exit, you know? Holy. Look at that. Look at that. What do we got? Scan this guy. Let's see. We can get over here. Got more crystals over here. What is that? Pristine phosphorescent gland. These are so loud. I don't know if you guys can hear them. I don't know kind of like what my volume settings are at, but man. Okay. We want to remember that we want to go up that way. Okay. So I'm just going to try to get over there. Ah! We're good. We're good. I might as well get all these crystals now because they'll just... You never know when they're going to come in handy. You know, I might need them for lenses. Worst case scenario, they shut up, you know. Oh, actually, what do we got down here? Man, that is... It's just... Well, I think I see some nickel. There's some nickel right there. But I thought... That's all copper. Why does copper... Nickel always seems to be the hardest one to find, too. And we just need enough to start getting the ore extractors, you know? The big ones. Or, I'm sorry, the quarries. I want to get this before things get too crazy. Alright. So, okay, that's our way out. So let's use this ore ping again. I need a bigger nickel deposit. Alright, let's check out that guy over there. That was what we were looking at initially. And we just came over here because we were blinded by the crystals. Alright, let's make our way into that. Alright, what do we got here? We don't need a lot. 670k. Okay, I think that is going to be sufficient to the point where I'd love it if I could see a little bit better. I would absolutely love that, you know. Alright, so we've got a couple faces here. I'm just going to put one down. I'm going to put the hopper down. Now, where are we in relationship to everything else? Let me just kind of move some stuff. Okay, so we are... I should probably write these down, these coordinates. So now I got to kind of figure out where, roughly speaking, does all of that kind of go up into the surface. So let's kind of take a look at where a rough middle point is for all this stuff back at the surface. Alright, so I'm back here at the surface, and I need to go, I guess, roughly 200 in the X direction, and negative, let's say, negative 50-ish in the Z direction. So negative 50 is this way. So we got to go roughly this way. Let's take a little look-see. So we are actually like quite a ways off. Dang, we are like quite a ways off. So now I'm wondering to myself, is it worth it to run power all the way out here? Right about here. Is it worth it to run power all the way out here? Or should I just kind of snake the power from, like, the lithium? Because that's kind of the lowest level I've got down there. Because this is way out here. This is out here. My closest infrastructure is way over here. You know, that's a whole 100 blocks, basically. So I'm thinking maybe that's the route I'm going to take. I think I'm going to run the power maybe down this shaft, because that's the deepest shaft I have, and then kind of split it out of there. And on that note, guys, I think we're going to call it an episode here. This, a little bit longer than I wanted it to be. A lot of kind of exploring, a lot of game planning. But next episode, I think we're going to work on kind of getting those lifts set up. And maybe even do some of the smelter stuff over there. But for sure, I may do the tier 2 stuff off camera just to kind of get it going. But I'll for sure walk you guys through kind of whatever my decision. I'll obviously bring you guys through kind of how I did it, what my game plan, what my strategy was to get that all set up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I hope you guys like where the series is going and are excited to see kind of what the future holds as much as I am. And with that, guys, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.